Let's also go across to Abhishek Goenka. He is CEO India Forex Advisors and he joins us on a Mumbai phone line. Abhishek, hi, welcome to the show. How are you reading a bit of a rebound that we have seen in the Indian rupee now?
I think one thing that I'm noticing in the market is, which is very, very weird, is that, across all the markets, whether it be commodities, whether it be currencies or whether it be interest rates, we are seeing something which is negative for rupee. The GDP data came in down, the euro was hitting 122, 123, the US 10-year yield, which was hitting around 1.46 all-time low. The Chinese data was bad, the US payroll data was bad. Despite all these factors, in the last week we saw the rupee getting stronger, which is something which is not very common. Now, that is making us ask this question that why is the market not reacting to the negative news which is there, and rupee is in fact getting stronger. So, because of which, we feel that there could be a short-term correction to the extent of around 55 levels to 54.80 levels, which is a very good support for the rupee. And, but overall story of the rupee, still maintains weak, as we have time and again said, because of the huge payments of SCCB coming on the market, and also, the huge around 43% of the entire debt obligations of the country is going to mature this financial year by 2012 December, which is going to bring in extra demand of dollars in the market and ultimately make the rupee weak.
So what you're saying, Abhishek, is we might see 55 or even 54.80, but in a longer term of schemes, it still is bearish for the Indian rupee?
That's right. I mean, if this correction continues further, probably it can head towards 440, as Vijay said. But overall, I think any opportunity we get on the lower side should be an opportunity to go long on dollars.
Vijay, are we looking at 57, 58 still on the radar on charts?
Manisha, over time, yes, maybe. Like I said, the long dollar short rupee trade is still not extinguished. That trend still remains intact, but going to 57, 58 might just take time, because the depreciation from 44 levels to 56 has been fairly rapid. Now it's like going up the stairs of a tall building. The first few floors are always easy to climb. Thereafter, the climb tends to lose momentum, and from here the rupee might just show a slower decline as compared to what you saw in the last couple of months.
Abhishek, much of the cues, of course, are coming in from the international market as well, and the euro doesn't seem to be taking any respite. We've seen a 1.25 breach on the lower side. What's your sense on that one?
Euro, I think still, 125 has come, and I still feel that you can see levels below 122. I think the problems are not seeing any kind of a solution. I think Merkel is still going to be the deciding factor here, and she is not loosening up much on the bailout front of these nations. So I think euro is still not out of the woods, and I think still we can get some 2 to 3 percentage points down from the current levels overall.
While Abhishek, while the rupee has seen or shown a bit of a decoupling in last couple of sessions, I mean, it has seen more strength in what we have than what we have seen in other international currencies. But do you see that as a forming pattern?
See, rupee per se, I personally feel that it should remain weak. It is overall in a very, very weak trend, and I personally feel that the dollar index should ultimately hit an 85, 86 levels. So if at a level of 82 when the dollar index today, 82, 83, when the rupee is hovering around 56, even though if it corrects a little bit, I think if the index is hitting 85, 86 or even higher, with the US dollar getting very strong in 2012, I think rupee will definitely, it's very much possible that it can head towards the new high of 57, 58.
So at this current level, Vijay, what kind of a strategy would you let go of? At 55.65, would you, because you're talking, both our experts are talking about both the ranges. You're talking about 54.80 as well, you're talking about 57 as well. When the market opens tomorrow, what kind of a short-term strategy would you come out with?
Now, when I talk of a short-term strategy, I'm talking about no more than 2 or 3 trading sessions. So let's be very clear about that. In the absolute near term, the rupee might just appreciate. So if I was to see levels of 55.90 odd levels on the USD INR on the NSE June series, I might just take out a high risk short on the USD INR, holding that short with a stop loss at 56.40 levels, and I would expect to book profits close to 55 or 55.20 range. And since I'm going against the grain, I might basically cut down my exposure on this trade, because I know that the long dollar short rupees trade is still intact. I'm just betting on a short-term correction here, so my trade size would tend to be fairly limited.
All right, so let's take a breather here and let's go to Finance Minister, where he seems to be addressing the media right now.
They have expressed their views. I gave the brief background of the economic situation relating to